Hello and welcome to Bell Curve Gaming, and today we're going to have a look at Ampharos-GX. So what's this guy do? Well, for one Lightning Energy, power recharge, 30 damage. But you get to put all electro power cards from your discard pile into your hand. And this is nuts good because these electro powers, when you play them, they power up our lightning Pokemon damage by 30 for every one. We play 4 of them, that's an extra 120 damage. 150 total with the Ampharos-GX, but we get to put them straight back into our hand, ready to go for our next turn. That is nuts good. Now, his second attack's also good here. For 2 Lightning Energy, it's 150 base damage. Unfortunately, we have to discard all our Lightning Energy from this Pokemon. But if you've just played 4 Electro Powers, that's an extra 120, that's 270 base. And add a Choice Band, that's 300, and anything in the TCG is going down at this point. So this is crazy good here. 2 Lightning Energies, nuts in the damage output, and then we can just power recharge on the next turn to get these Electro Powers back. So that is crazy good. Now, we do have the benefit of being a Lightning deck and a Lightning Pokemon with everything that brings in here. So we can take advantage of Tapu Koko, Prism Star to accelerate energies and get some of our energies that we discarded to the discard pile and put them back into our hand. We can use our Tapu Koko here, which when we play him down, can go and swing in all those energies to the Tapu Koko. And we can use the GX attack, Tapu Thunder, which is 50 times the amount of energy onto our opponent's Pokemon, or we could just hit him with Sky High Claws, depending what we need. And the other upside of Tapu Koko is he has no weakness, where the other guys, they are weak to fighting Pokemon, so that's a really good thing as well. Now, because we are discarding a lot to the discard, well, sometimes anyway, we might need to go and get them back, so that's where Raikou is here. So for 1 Lightning Energy, we get to attach a Lightning Energy from the discard to one of our bench Pokemon, plus hit 30 to the active, which is kind of nice as well. Now, to help with setup here, we are using Alolan Ninetales, which when we evolve it, we get 2 item cards and get our candies or whatever we need to be able to get into our Ampharos-GX. Now, I've decided to go with a few switching options here just because I found switches are kind of nice. So we've got a Tate Liza switch, we've got a couple of switch cards, and we've got a couple of Guzmas. And our stadium of choice here, obviously we're running Thunder Mountain because it's a lightning deck. You run Thunder Mountain. But we're also going with Viridian Forest. Like I said, we're a little bit lower on the energy count than I usually am, and this just helps us get the energy into our hand. And we only really need 1 energy attachment to start attacking here. So that's kind of nice as well. So, shall we begin? I think we shall. Hello, we try Oakham. And welcome. What do I want up front? We'll go Mareep up front at the moment. I know the Alolan Vulpix could be useful, but I already have a candy. I already have Alolan Ninetales in hand. And besides, I can't use Beacon on my first turn anyway. Do put something else down the bench, otherwise the Erika's is only getting 1 and that's not great. Wish that was a Lily. Could be a fighting deck, which could be bad. Could be real bad. Get to use a fluffy pillow though, so that puts him to sleep and might make things awkward, especially if he flips tails. Alright, so I'm going to be Erika's hospitalitying for 1. Got a fluffy pillow. And we're going to Erika's for 1, because I haven't got much else to go with. And at the moment, we have not a lot. We'll go Zeraora down, why not? And we're done. So, he did get the heads that he needed. What's this guy going to be able to do to me? Well, that's annoying. That's super annoying. But, you know, should be able to get that evolved, so it shouldn't be too big an issue. Going timeable. Double timeable with the Apricot Maker. That's interesting. You must have a way to get more basics down. So Brooklet Hill's coming. It's this Raikou Garchomp deck with a Spiritomb up front. It's a Spiritomb designed to try and like delay the game a little bit. I have a feeling it might be. Now given that you're going to be hitting for weakness, you're going to be one-shotting for 2 prize cards. I'm going to have to try and get an advantage pretty quickly. Although this guy I was not expecting, the Zygarde. So I'm guessing here comes both timer balls. Would love to judge here. I need an energy card actually. I actually desperately need an energy card. Okay. I'm going to have to Cynthia. I really am going to have to Cynthia. So do I Alolan Ninetales down now? Yeah, I'm going to have to. And I'm going to go with the timer ball. And an electro power, I reckon. So time ball, because I don't really want to get rid of cards. And do I nest ball? Is there anything else that I'll really want down at the moment? Nah, let's get these electro powers into play. So we're in a time ball, hope for at least 1 heads. In fact, I only need the 1. There we go. Got the 2, despite not really needing it. We'll grab both out. I'm going to Cynthia anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And before we do this, we shall Fluffy Pillow. So I heard this guy just likes a Fluffy Pillow. And we'll Rare Candy into our Ampharos. And we'll Electro Power. And now we'll Cynthia. But yeah, I didn't have the energy because I would have probably gone after the Raikou or something like that just to make things more challenging for my opponent. So we will Mareep down because I need to set up another attacker. I mean, Tapu Koko isn't weak, but it's going to get one-shotted anyway. And I don't actually have the one-shot, which just gives him more time, which is unfortunate for me. It's going to take a long time to get all these prize cards as well. It's going to evolve it up the old-fashioned way. And he does have the Garchomp in hand. It's going to get the Buzzwole, try and get that Buzzwole turn. So I really don't think this is going to go my way in any way, shape or form. So we'll go and energy down onto this Mareep. We shall Cynthia. I need to be able to Guzma on that last turn, like the turn I just had. So we'll get ourselves up a second Ampharos. Knowing this Ampharos goes down here, or most likely, depends. In fact, that's Dragon. Maybe not. Maybe not. We've got the KO here, so we shall Power Recharge. And get ourselves hopefully into that Electro Power. There we go. Nice. So we could go with a Guzma play here on the next turn. But I've got to consider who am I most worried about. That's got to be up for consideration. It is the fighting Garchomp. That's unfortunate. So this Ampharos is down. Assuming that he gets into a DC, which he'll be able to do with the Lucario. So that certainly is unfortunate for me. So how do I go about this then? Do I maybe go after the Zygarde? Keep in mind, it is a 210 damage turn that I've got coming next. But then I go down another 2 prize cards immediately afterwards. But if I only take 1 prize card here, by taking out the Buzzwole, although, that might just save me. So I'm thinking the Guzma up to the Zygarde is the play that I'm going for here. I think that's what we're going for. Yeah, that's definitely what we're going for. So we're going to Guzma up here, the Zygarde, with the Ampharos. So 2 electro powers to do this. Yeah, let's not take chances. So 2 electro powers to do this. So I was plotting and considering something. But we'll go and take our 2 prize cards while we can, with a nice impact bolt. Avoid Buzzwole's 4 prize card turn. And keep pressure on our opponent. So missing that Ampharos KO on the previous turn is hopefully going to come back, like, is going to keep me into this, whiffing on that, keep me in this battle. I may need to thin this hand on the next turn. So that's Ampharos pretty well down, assuming that he's got a Cynthia, which you'd be going to get right now. And then I've got to work out how I'm getting a KO with this next Ampharos. I may need to delay for a turn. And max potion this Ampharos no matter what. I think that might be the play here. So chuck Raikou into the active. And then max potion the Ampharos here. Yeah, I think that's how we're going to play it. We're going to go Raikou into the active. We're going to max potion the Ampharos that's in the back line. So that way he can't Guzma and Cynthia in the same turn. Just to make things a little bit more awkward for my opponent. So we're going to go Tapu Koko down. I'm thinking here that what I want to do is bring those NGs up straight away. So we'll dance to the Ancients. We'll go an NG... Oh no, I wanted to do that after. Well, that's a mistake. Mistakes that I can't afford to make. Oh, well, you two have NG cards. Well done. I was supposed to do that after I max potioned. Order matters, Shaun. Order matters. So we'll heal our damage off the Ampharos. We'll Mareep down and we will go get ourselves a fresh hand here. Just need to maximize the pool, so I've got options after this. So right here what we're going to do is we're going to go Viridian Forest down. And I don't think I want Nestball anymore. And I think it's going to be too late to try and go through Alolan Ninetales. So we might actually get rid of the Alolan Ninetales here. Go get ourselves an NG. And we'll charge up the Ampharos this way. Do I want to use the electro power right now? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm thinking no. So Booming Thunder. I'm thinking yes. No. Or Booming Thunder. Go get that NG onto my Ampharos. And play it from there. So this Raikou now goes down. I've got my way into an NG card with the Viridian Forest the next turn. And then it's just trying to bide my time to get into that Zygarde. Because that tasty 2 prize card Pokemon right there is my key to victory, I think. Rather than going through 1 prize card attackers. What this does mean for me at the moment though is he can't Guzma up and get this KO at the same time. Right here. He's going to Guzma up. Who's he going to bring in? Oh, I hadn't considered that. He can get Zeraora KO'd. Maybe I shouldn't have put the Zeraora down now I'm thinking about it. Did not consider that one. So it means I have to get the KO with the Ampharos on this turn, which I can get. Alright, this is going to make it a little bit trickier for me now. Does it have to be the Ampharos? That's a good question. I don't think it really has to be the Ampharos at all. I could go and get myself my Tapu Koko. And just sneak on in here. Take out the Garchomp. And then hope to find my way into a Guzma to still finish off that Zygarde. Yeah, I think that's the play here. So we're going to Ultra Ball here. We'll get rid of the Nest Ball and the other Ultra Ball. We shall go and pull in the Tapu Koko because I think this is my key to winning. He'll be able to get 2 energies straight to him. Well, we can get up to 3, but... yeah, so we'll pull in the Tapu Koko. Because you don't have weakness too. Good. Well, Erika's first. Just to pull in more cards. And I've got the Guzma ready to roll. So right here, what we're doing is Tapu Koko down. We'll grab a Lightning Energy from you. We'll grab a Lightning Energy from you. And that's it for now. We'll Lightning Energy to you. And I want to hold the Electro Power, do I? Yes, because I don't need it right now. So we Sky High Claws. Take out the Garchomp. Because I don't need to use the GX attack on that one. Now I do have the Guzma to play with. So Buzzwole's going to come in. So I have the Guzma to play with. But I've got to be very careful here because I've still got 2 prize cards that I've got to pull. And with Tapu Koko on now, he can, well, she can still get a Guzma KO on a Alolan Ninetales or Tapu Koko actually to get the win. No, sorry, no, you can't because it's not weakness. Okay, so that's fine, yeah. And it's not the fighting Garchomp anymore as well, so that's good. What makes it awkward though is spending the Guzma now could be bad. I'm thinking it might nearly be better. So who's he going to set up? I think he's going to set up the Garchomp because that's her way to victory. No, you're going to go setting up the Zygarde. Well, that is the Pokemon that's... What I've got to be considering here is two more fighting energies is what he's going to need. And I don't think you're going to get it on in time. I actually think right now I'd just take the KO and leave the Guzma. Just because it gives me more options. So go NG onto the Ampharos. I'm trying to think what your play is here. I think we Sky High Claws. And just wait. Because I don't think you've got the KO. And if you do, and you've got it in a way that I wasn't expecting, well done. So this is the question. I'm surprised that DCE didn't go on the Garchomp. That's where I was expecting it to go, which is the reason why I thought I was going to be forced to Guzma into the Garchomp. And have to work it out after that. So you're going to Guzma. Who are you going to Guzma to? The Alolan Ninetales? So you're trying to get me stuck. Is that the play? Which is fine by me, because I have the Guzma to counter. So yeah, with the quick dive now, I've got what I need. So we're all good. So we'll Electro Power. And we will Guzma up this. And we've got it. So Sky High Claws. Done. Got what I needed. Good game. Good game. Hello, Reshiram's Taco 13, and welcome. As we go Raikou down, gonna nest ball into probably the sheepy. I think the sheep's most important here, and then we're just Cynthiaing out of this hand. The Alolan Ninetales is sort of a secondary that I've got to get up, although Lightning Energy's handy as well, so get the sheep. Go Lightning Energy to the sheep. And we'll Cynthia out. Now, this is going to be a Gollisipod. This is going to be the GX version or the non-GX version. That's going to be the real question here. So for the moment, that is me done for my first turn. Not ideal. Possibly attacking with Zoroark up front. Like Zoroark early. I am thinking that we Cynthia. Zeraora can go down. We will chuck a Viridian Forest down here. And I'm actually going to Erika's Hospitality because that gets me 5. Cynthia does get me 6, but I've got, you know, pretty good cards in hand as well that I'm pretty happy with. So we shall Vulpix down. What don't I want from this hand? Probably the Lily right now. Although the Raikou isn't something I really particularly want either. The Lily, because the Raikou might be important later. So this is how we're going to play it, and we are going to go with Booming Thunder. I know that I don't get any value out of it, but it's just chipping into that Zoroark, which brings the Zoroark that's likely coming now just in a little bit closer. So 210, that's now 180. You know, it's within easier reach to get those 2 prize cards. If he evolves. If he doesn't evolve, well, that's really good for me. I'm really happy with that. So is this getting a... Let's say I just want to know whether it's Gollisipod GX or Gollisipod non-GX. No Zoroark's down, that's interesting. So right here, I don't really have a need to play the Alolan Ninetales yet. And I think we put another sheep down. And I think what we do here is we time a ball. In fact, we'll time a ball first and just see what I've got. Double tails. Okay, Alolan Ninetales, you are now down. Alright, so that's how we're going to play. Alolan Ninetales down. Yep. We need to go and get ourselves an Ultra Ball and a rare candy. Now I think I need to refresh the hand with this. That's what's most important. So that means the Volkner and the Guzma... Oh, hang on, the Volkner and the Raikou. That was a mistake. Oh well, Ampharos, at least you're up. And we shall get the Mareep up into the Ampharos. Well, Cynthia now. Got one less Guzma to play with from now on, which is kind of not what I really wanted. Have I played an energy this turn? Can't remember. I feel like I don't need the Nest Ball so much anymore. And we'll go and get an energy card. We can rare candy this sheep up to my Ampharos. And we shall Lightning Energy onto this Ampharos just in here. And for the moment, we'll Booming Thunder. Not because I can get any energies back, but more because it forces her to Guzma or something like that if she wants to try and get the Ampharoses right now. Otherwise, going through one prize Raikou. And I do have 2 Electro Powers ready to roll. So Zoroark's up. And that's going to help her consistency big time. Can't believe I threw away the Guzma. I wasn't thinking. So it'll be interesting to see what she brings up here. Got the Gollisipod, is the GX Gollisipod variety. Alright, so there's not going to be any Guzmas here, but the Raikou would be going down here, I'd reckon. Just thinking what I might Nest Ball for. And I'm thinking it's probably the Tapu Koko Prism Star variety. Because the Electro Powers can get up to that Gollisipod for a one-shot. Which is useful. And with the Viridian Forest in play, I can still get to the energy. So she's got super consistency now with 2 Zoroarks in. Might be hitting in with a Zoroark. Nah, he's going to the Gollisipod. Okay. So what we're going to do here is Ampharos is going to go in. And what we're going to do after this is we're going to Nest Ball. With this Nest Ball, we're going to bring in Tapu Koko, Prism Star variety. We are going to Electro Power. Electro Power. We are going to go with the Impact Bolt in this. And we are going to Shuffle and Draw. What I'm thinking actually, how many NGs do I have in the discard right now? So I'm thinking what we do is we discard the NG and we use the Tapu Koko's Prism Star now. Which means I'm limited with NGs that I've got left in the deck, but I'm okay with that at this stage. So we're going to use our Dance of the Ancients. We're going to chuck it on Zeraora and onto Ampharos-GX. So 1 to you, 1 to you, done. And we've got the switch as well, which is really good. I want to keep that bench space for the moment, because I'm not getting any pulls out of you this particular turn unless I want to burn a switch, which I don't. So right here, we're going to go with Impact Bolt. Take out this Gollisipod. Get 2 prize cards. Cool, 2 Lightning Energies, nice. So what I'm thinking is my next play, she's probably going to hit into this Ampharos, which is fine by me. What I do is I use the manual switch, I max potion the Ampharos, and then I hit him with the other Ampharos for another 2 tasty prize cards. Oh no, I don't have the... Of course, I don't actually have the Electro Powers in hand. That's a shame. So if I top deck an Electro Power, we go with Impact Bolt. Otherwise we're 2-shotting no matter what. So what we do is we just Power Recharge. That's what the play is going to be. So the Viridian Forest removes my consistency a little bit. And I do kind of want to just keep that bench space free for a Tapu Koko play at some stage. That's an interesting card to have in this. If you're playing Zoroark, why are you playing Oranguru? I would never play an Oranguru with a Zoroark build. I mean, this is your draw engine. Why do you need... Okay, let's not question it. Maybe she knows something I don't. Gonna Guzma up my Zeraora and tack back in with the Zoroark. Alright, that wasn't really what I was thinking. Don't really want to waste a max potion on a Zeraora. But it might be something that I do. Just to protect them. And it gives me free retreat as well, so... It is going to be something I do here. I can't get the KO. So we go... NG onto this Ampharos. We will retreat out to the Ampharos like this. We will Don't want to just give you free energy at the moment. And I don't really have a use for it. I get that you're doing 10 more damage, but that's not a big deal in this deck. So, we max potion my Zeraora. Wasn't who I was thinking I was going to max potion, but anyway. We'll choice band this Ampharos just here. And right now we shall power recharge. Ready for the KO. And you've wasted your first impressions now. So keeping this Zoroark on the field. I'm guessing you must be running an Acerola, is that what you're thinking? But even if you do, I can now get a one-shot on the other Zoroark if you Acerola this one out. And bring the other one in. So I'm pretty happy with the situation right now. So the choice band, like you're two-shotting at the moment no matter what. Yes, I would have ideally liked to have protected this Ampharos. That'd be, you know, an ideal situation, but I don't have that situation. I'm pretty much going to empty the hand on the next turn and chuck the Viridian Forest out there as well, and probably the Oranguru. And get the pull from the Oranguru because I just need to... Yeah, so that's what's happening here. We're going... 120. 120 doesn't get me there. That's unfortunate. Alright, we're going second NG onto this Ampharos. And... should I deny prize cards at the moment? Just to be annoying? $150 does get me there straight out. Maybe I don't need pulls. I actually want the hand that I've got. I think all we do is just Impact Bolt. Because what I'm thinking here, with these two Electro Powers in hand, even if he decides, well, she decides to take the KO here, with, like, get this Ampharos out of here, I have the KO back. Assuming that there's a GX Pokemon out there. So I'm very happy with my hand right now. Very happy with my hand. So we're just letting this Ampharos KO'd. Maybe she's not here anymore. But yeah, if she has gone, I've definitely got the win here because... oh, I'm pretty sure I do. I'm pretty confident. Because it doesn't matter what she puts up, I've got the KO on the next turn. Because I've got a Thunder Mountain in hand, I've got the Lightning NG, so... you know, I can power up a one charge attacker, triple Electro Power. And that's your one prize card Pokemon down. And if she does chuck a GX Pokemon down, even if she KOs, the Ampharos is ready to KO it straight back with plenty of Electro Powers. If she KOs this Ampharos, well then this one KOs it with the Impact Bolt because I just need one Lightning Energy with the Thunder Mountain. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there's not much she can do anymore here. We've just taken a Zoroark Gollisipod deck down. I'm pretty sure she has gone, which is unfortunate. But yeah, this deck's... the max potion just makes this deck really nice. Yeah, she's definitely gone. So, Ampharos, have a Lightning Energy, have a Thunder Mountain as well. And we'll just overkill for the sake of overkilling, because I feel like overkilling. I mean, she's not here, so we might as well overkill. Electro Power, Electro Power, Electro Power, and Impact Bolt. There we go. Oh, I didn't even have Tapu Koko GX in deck. Oh well. And it is time to rate this deck. So, starting with damage here. The damage here, whilst it does have one-shot potential on anything in the game, which is crazy nuts good, the damage most of the time you're really going for the 2 shots because you're really trying to power recharge your way into your more electro powers most of the time. So a lot of the time you are hitting 2 shots with the occasional 1 shot of a big hefty GX Pokemon when required. Now because of that, I'm only going to give it an 8.5 out of 10 because you really are a 2-shot deck most of the time with the occasional 1-shot potential. With the defense side of things, the defense, look, the numbers, the base number of 240 is really good with this Ampharos, but his weakness is not. Fighting is not a good weakness to have at the moment, and especially with Picaroms and things like that running around, there's plenty of fighting decks to try and counter it. So the weakness here is really awkward, and then the prize card trade becomes a little bit awkward as well, especially when you're coming up against non-GX decks. So, you know, you're giving up 2 prize cards a lot, plus you've got these Alolan Ninetales sitting on the field that once you've used them, they're fairly dead weight and they can pull them into the active, which is the reason why I had a lot of switch cards to get them back out of the active. So yeah, it's, how I'd describe it is, it's okay, but the prize card trade is awkward, so we're giving it an 8 out of 10. For the reliability side of things, it's a complex setup. It doesn't always set up. The Ninetales does help with the setup side of things, but that's just getting the Ampharos-GX up, and then you've got to get the Electro Powers into your hand, and you know, there's a lot of things that you do need to do to get this deck really up and rolling, and because of that, it is really a complex setup, and the reliability can be hit and miss at times. So for the reliability, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. So overall, what do I think? I think this deck has a lot of potential and it's a lot of fun to play, especially once you do get it set up and you've got 4 Electro Powers up and running, and it's nuts good at that point. The complex setup is the thing that's really holding it back for me, and for that I'm giving it overall an 8 out of 10.